Hello! It's me! it's Lawson. That doesn't rhyme. Never mind. Can everyone see me and hear me? Let's hope so, because I'd like to get that out of the way first. Oh, my camera's all over there. It's scanning on here. Hang on. It's all a little bit off kilter. Try and get that looking a bit better. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. I know my fat gourd. Hang on. We will do this. We'll manage this. This was all working earlier. Hang on. There we go. Okay, that's fine. We've just got the halo effect again. The light of painting power shines upon me. And that's why I wear a hat. Keep it away from me. How's everyone doing? It's a bit quiet. I'll move this microphone. I think this microphone's on its way out. Might have to get a new one. I'll put that on the Christmas list. Who we got today? Jackapet, Jackalulu, Jeremy McGillan, Brian Abbott, Joseph, Tom Bolton. Hello everybody that has just tuned in. And everybody who is watching, lurking, waiting. So yes, we're back at it again. Back on my bullshit, which is crafting with the Kaiju. This is, previous weeks we did the big red dragon. Aham Karen, who is now pride of place on one of my shelves. I love it. Now, if anyone's heard, I got if anybody was here last week, I got a 3D printer, and I've been printing a lot. One of the things that I printed off was a special request for the one and only Jules Gill, and he wanted a specific wolf captain for his Space Wolves army. So that's what we're doing. We're doing the Space Wolves. Hello, Lars Jorgensen. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and good night to everybody. So, I printed this off, and I did a little bit of studio magic on it beforehand, just so because I was using the airbrush just to get some base coats down, so it wasn't very loud on stream, and also I can't get my airbrush in here, and it's a thing. It's a thing. Oh, Jackaped 12 hours in retail on Black Friday. Solidarity. I couldn't do that. I absolutely couldn't do that. So, respect to you. Power to you. You have earned whatever rest that you deem is necessary from here on in. So yes, so we've got it in 3 parts. So we've got the torso of the captain here. So he's been primed nice Space Wolves grey. Got a little bit of a grading on it, so if you turn it that way, it's kind of dark on the bottom, but it's kind of bright on the top. There's science. Same with his nice special wolf helmet. There we go. And then the wolf himself. Techno Wolf. Very nice. It's a very nice piece. Jules found this online, and I want to give credit, but I cannot remember who actually did this. Oh, that's awful. That's awful. But it's amazing stuff. I've got a few other bits and pieces as well that they've done of legally distinct Marines, and I love them. They're really nice, really beautiful sculpted models. Also, a big thank you to Certified Trash Goblin on Instagram for doing the thumbnail, which is a picture of me rampaging through the city holding a hammer. I like it. So we'll get started. I'm being a bit fancy this time. I'm using a wet palette. Got beard envy. It's fine. Just strangely enough, I could not grow a beard for the longest time. Where am I putting this? I'll put that over there. And then I don't know, my body decided to hit second puberty, and then I just started growing a lot of body hair and not so much on top. So, one of those things. Today's beverage, we've got Mango Loco, my personal favourite. I thought, it's a Friday, I'm going to get fancy. Please don't explode, like the one that did last week. Yes, no explosion. So, just trying to think what part to get started with, because I mean I like this guy, I like the wolf, but I'm not 100% sure how I want to do the fur and everything yet. So we might come to him later. Go for, let's see what we can jump between different pieces. Jump between different. I don't know why I'm gesturing. Like little painting maracas that don't make any noise. Oh, excuse me. Right, so we'll get to the painting, shall we? As Mikey always says, let's get cracking with the knacking. Poor male relatives also have gone quite balding. I think it's so nice seeing me at 37 with 4 months in the hair. Apparently the family curse missed me. Fair, I mean, like, yeah, if it's missed you, grand. Didn't miss me. It didn't miss me. I'm fairly bold as a coot, like. But it's alright. Hats exist. If things get cold. Right. So what we'll do first is I think we'll we'll do a little bit more to the armor, because there's a nice little base, like a base of the armor. It's like a gradient and what have you. But we can do more, because we'll make this look special. We'll make this look good for Jules. Take a bit of non-oil. Here we're going to do. Yes, I am a man of culture. I do love the Mango Loco. Take a nice fine brush. So what I'm going to do here is just panel line the armor. What I should have done is covered this in a gloss varnish, and that'll make panel lining easier. But we don't do things to be easy, even though we should. This, yeah. There we go. So anyone who's followed the channel knows that Jules loves his Space Wolves. Ah yes, Jinko, in case you missed what I'm doing, I'm painting a custom wolf captain for Jules, because he asked me to. So I printed it off earlier this week, did a few little bits of basing to it, and get some base colours in. Now we're going for it. What we're doing is a bit of a tedious step, but I believe to be well worth it in the end. So doing a line wash or a panel wash, or it's got a few different names. Have you been keeping up with the new Pathfinder Adventure Pass, Lawson? No, I haven't actually. I've not followed anything from Pathfinder since about like Kingmaker, which is the only Pathfinder adventure I've actually played. And I think, what is it, the other one, Winds of Winter or something like that, where you end up fighting Rasputin in the 1940s or something. No, I've not even had a chance to. I've not even given Pathfinder 2nd edition a shot yet. The Egg Wolf Primaris himself, yes. As I said, this stage is a bit time consuming, but I always think it's very much well worth it for a character model. Like, if you wanted to do something like this with your whole army, go nuts. You're insane, but go nuts. did not secure this on the stick very well, so it's spinning slightly. The brace. That's okay. Also, I haven't put shoulder pads on it because Jules wanted to do the shoulder pads himself because he's got specific ones in mind. Which is fine by me. Less work. Paint it here. So there's a couple of little places where the sculpt hasn't come out exactly how I wanted it, but they're re-releasing Kingmaker for 2nd edition. Don't know if it's a sequel or a straight re-release, but I've seen so far it looks nice. Ooh, I mean, Judge, I usually defer to his general review and opinion of Pathfinder stuff, so if it's looking nice on your end, Judge, that's exciting. Okay, we'll just get the inside of the collar there. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, if you've got any painting questions or anything like that, any general questions, go for it. Aha, I see what's going on with that one. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Ah, you're right, Kate. Crazy Doug. Good to see you. That sounds quite fun. Oh, Jesse Brooks. Thank you for subscribing. That's lovely. Welcome to the Monster Mash, the Fangly, the Lald Army, the loose conglomeration of lovely people that choose to spend their time with us. I'm not part of the branding side of Live and Let's Dice. Yeah, there's been a couple of issues with this print, but nothing too major. It's just because I'm staring directly into Satan's maw, as it were. It's a phenomenal sculpt, though. So I'm having great fun oogling it once it was printed. All sounds fabulous. Do need to check out more. Check out more sort of general like RPG nonsense. But I am a smooth-brained Luddite, so I can usually only keep one adventure path in my head at any given moment. So at the moment, that's been Dungeon in the Box's Voyage of the Fallen Star, which I hope you all tune in and see on Sunday. This brush has been a little bit unruly. We'll give it a wash. This is an unruly brush. And we wash the unruly. Stinky boy. General RPG nonsense sounds like the name of the little dog. It does a bit. It does. I'm not gonna pretend there. This is the bit that's always a little bit awkward, is panel lining and line washing backpacks, because they take forever. You know, I just complained about doing backpacks, but I'm almost finished this, so sucks to be me. Nah, happy to be wrong. Looking. Just bring a little bit of definition to the more shadowy parts. Get up there so you can see. Do not worry, crazy Doug. There will be some extreme highlighting in our near future. I didn't do any more Warhammer. Well, there was a subtle little hint in Lorehammered in the title. Don't know if anyone picked it out, but it said Part 1. Right. Yeah. So we'll take a Wolf Grey. Handy. Come on, Laura. As you can see, I'm getting a little fancy. Got a web palette this time. Showing off all the tools. Oh, me brush cleaner. Right, so this is the Masters brush cleaner. You can get it off Amazon. It's relatively inexpensive. I can't remember how much it is a pot, but it's inexpensive, and pretty much once you get a pot, that's all you'll ever need. I want Lawhammer to review the 40k audio dramas. Hey, I could do. Like, I'll listen to them while drunk, then I'll go through them again at a later date while drunk. So, as the prophet Crazy Doug foresaw in a mad vision of his, we are in fact doing some extreme highlighting. It's another one of those ones where just let the brush do the work. Sorry for going quiet there, chaps and chapettes. But that was a touch and go. It was a cheeky extreme highlight there. So as I mentioned before, trick with edge highlighting that I always find is just using, like, you don't always have to use the point of the brush. If it's a very harsh corner, like a right angles, you can use the side of the brush and just go, so like run along, like going like that. There you go. I'm so gonna get up on these highlights. They are indeed a thing of deep eroticism. It's the kind of stuff that the Cenobites get their rocks off onto. Alright, I'm going to finish off the chest here. And of course, unfortunately, there's very irritating, like, sort of softer edges like this where you've just got to persevere a little and pray. But with stuff like that, I always find it's easier to move the model around than it is to move your entire skeletal structure around the place. Unless, of course, you're Mikey. He bends himself like a pretzel to get to, like, the places where he wants to paint. It's a sight to behold. It tells the... Speaking of Mikey, he made mention of doing a cheeky little Friday night stream tonight after I'm finished. Late night, early morning, afternoon, I don't know, like, depending on where you're at. He's gonna do, he might do a stream. Just made a late place for Bardsong. Bardsong looks incredible. Like, I'm not just saying that because Jules is writing a portion of it, but Bardsong genuinely does look like an absolutely incredible game. I'm very sad that I wasn't able to back it. hoping to get me grubby mitts on a copy somewhere down the line. Oh, Mikey's doing grand. He's had a little a little minor injury, but he's doing all right. Like, he's been to the doctors. He's seen everything like that. So, like, it's just a minor thing. It's one of these things where once it heals, it's fine. In the meantime, he's just going to be in a bit of pain, but he'll be right. And it's Ice Giant. I think he was going to start it tonight, but then I think he's got waylaid with a phone call, so we might start that over the weekend. There's a little dot on the rivets there. There we go. Good as well is with the sort of the armor color that I already put on, because I did it in various gradient layers, so that I can see where the brightest parts are and where like it goes a bit darker, so I know I don't need to do like a whole edge highlight. I can sort of just pick out the bits where it is brightest. Places just like here along this finger of the power fist and lightning claw. Just the most raised details. Keep going with the backpack. I also want to say a big thank you to everybody who watched Lawhammered yesterday and today, and you know, it is by far and away possibly one of the silliest things I've ever done, and I'm glad I entertained people. Oh, I've impressed myself there. That edge highlight. It's always nice. You gotta take a moment to show yourself a bit of compassion with your work. Oh. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on a roll here with this edge highlighting. I'm having a grand time. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Cool. All down the side there. All down the side here. There you go. A little bit. Oh, we're having a good time. That's nice. Pick out that corner. That corner. Just get all this. Oh, it's highlighted up. There we go, that's the backpack, the chest, one arm done, so got that last arm to do. Oh. Excuse me while I have a little... Oh. Apologies if you don't like cracks, but I am a creaky boy. Basically one giant pork scratching, ready to break at any point. They are indeed, Nick. They are indeed. They're a lovely gift from a lovely man. And they have served me well.
Nice.
Oh, Jackaped donated $5 through the super chat. That's all I have for today, sadly. Have a great stream, sir. Catch you and boys Sunday. You take care of yourself, Jackaped. Really appreciate the super chat. Hope you have a lovely evening with whatever you get up to. Hope it's nice and low impact if you've had a stressful time. Hope it's a bit energetic if you need that boost of energy on a Friday night. I get mine out of a can. thing. We can highlight that a bit more. Just this top bit there. What the heck? We'll get this too. Paint that giant, Barry. Go on, put a lick of paint on it. Or there'll be no shrimp for anyone. Go. Yeah. Turned out alright this so far. Take care of your brushes. And we'll take care of you. So you give it a nice little soapy bath. No stinky boy brushes. Don't want that. Brush soap. Tastes awful. It's absolutely god awful. Don't eat brush soap, kids. Yeah. Ah. Yeah, that's foul. But it's a good way to find out if your brush is soap free. See, that's moderately better. Oh. Oh. Oh, not good at all. Hey, Dr. Bacon is here. With the mating call of his people. So, what are we going to do next? I think, you know what, because it's quite a large area, I'm going to block in that cloak. Now. And that's done. Because I want to leave off on metallics. Because I want to mess up the water and then have to change it all. As much as I do love painting metallics. Get a hearty scoop. Oof. Oh, that's a bit chunkier than I was expecting, but hey ho. We'll see how it goes. this is a nice colour. It'll be good cloak colour, I think. Well, it'll have to be. I'm painting it now. Yes, the very same. The galaxy's very own dog botherers. I also decided to paint this on stream as an insurance policy. So if Jules doesn't like anything, he can pop it in and be like, no, change that colour, or do it this way, or whatever. Should be on the second edition. Ah. See, way back when we tried getting back into 40k a long time ago, I think it was 5th edition, 5th or 6th edition. It was Dark Vengeance. We had my housemate. My housemate at the time, he did a Space Wolves army, where he themed it around House Stark from Game of Thrones. It was a really good colour scheme. I actually really enjoyed it because it was very similar. He just sort of took the blue out of it and just kept them sort of like a stone grey colour, and it just worked really well. But Jules has been a dog botherer for decades, and he's also been playing Space Wolves for an amount of time too. Another coat on here. Just to make sure it's got lovely even coverage. What was it? Their Dreadnought's cool. Space Wolf Dreadnought, he's cool. I like him. Because I like now that he's one of like the older Space Marines. He's this big grumpy Dreadnought. No index tonight. Got to keep sharp. Just on the monster. I'm glad you enjoyed the video view. The parts I can remember making that video were quite fun. Yeah, who's the other character? Because I'm sure, don't they have basically, the Space Wolves character, one of the characters is basically like Santa Claus on a hover sled. Like, the new Ragnar Blackmane model is, that is a thing of beauty. It's a gorgeously designed mini. And the chapter master, he does look ridiculous. That hover sled is just hilarious, but also at the same time I kind of love it because it's just such a tonal shift, and I can't help but like admire that. Because then it makes the rest of the Legion look like that they're trying, like he's turned around and goes, right, this is the aesthetic, this is what we're gonna look like. It's like hover sleds, like, right, you know, techno Vikings and all that kind of thing. And everybody's like just kind of going, right, yeah, well, you know what, maybe we'll be a little bit more subtle. And he goes, no, I want everybody in like hover tennis racket shoes and stuff like that. It's like big ridiculous comical Viking horn helmets. That's what I want. Look, I've got a big sled, hover sled pulled by giant wolves. It's like, well, the wolves are kind of cool, I guess. We'll lean more into that, but the hover sled thing is just brilliant. Either you just want to sit him down and go, how is the divorce? Oh, that's so. Really, the Space Wolves were the reason the squats were discontinued. I was always under the impression that like the design studio of GW kind of went, right, we've just written ourselves into a corner here because they made them such jokes. Ah, fair enough. Like I said, I always thought it was. Like I said, I'd always heard that the reason that the squats got removed was because, one, they didn't really have a full range at the time. Like, they were never massively explored to begin with. But they also knew that they already, by their own narrative, made them a bit of a joke, so they couldn't keep them going. more you know, eh? So it's taken a couple of coats, but we are getting a nice strong colour. The reason it's taken so long is because I undercoated this model black, so that's gonna be a pain. It was always gonna be a pain to base coat back up into a lighter colour. It's okay. I think we got there. I think we got there in the end. Squats, like actual squats, is a playable faction. Was way before my time. I think I got into the game around 3rd edition originally, so I think they were a pretty distant memory even by then. Wouldn't mind seeing a proper return of squats, but I wouldn't want to see them as part of the Imperium again. To me, they'd have to be their own standalone Xenos race. But apparently there's been some rumours that there is going to be a new Xenos race. Some kind of like mushroom people or something. Then again, one of the places I saw this reported was Spiky Bits. Now, I love his reviews. His rumours, not so much. But it's always fun to speculate. So I can kind of see both sides, you know. It is fun to read an article and have a chat with your mates about, like, yeah, there's rumours of, like, a mushroom Xenos race being out at 40k. I'm going to say a mushroom, like, I don't think they're meaning more orcs. Oh, just wipe that on my apron, that's why we've got it. Oh, that's nice. Nice, good, clean brush. Oh, sit up straight. Sort itself out. There we go. Oh, shake entire table. Oh, I hear you, Lars. Corn Berserkers desperately need an update. I think those models are probably looking at about close to 20 years, well, more. And they're like, maybe even pushing 25 years old. Something like that. Yeah. It's a sorry state of affairs that, like, Blood Warriors from Age of Sigmar make better Corn Berserkers than Corn Berserkers actually do, and that's a bit sad. Especially the lovely overhaul that the Chaos Space Marine line got the other year. Okay. What we're going to do now. See, this is just did not secure this well at all. Can I change that? Possibly. The power of blue tack. Slightly better. I'll take it. Right, what we're going to do now, I think I'll do a bit of fur. So I think I've got an idea of how I want to do the fur, or at least what sort of colour. So we'll see how this goes. Oh yes, I think this works quite well. Aye, they're ancient models. Con Berserkers. I was really hoping that a few years ago they were going to get an overhaul because Khan the Betrayer got a new model, but never happened. But yeah, I would love to see. I'd like to see Emperor's Children and the World Eaters get the same treatment that the Death Guard and the Thousand Sons got. Like their own dedicated codex, their own sort of standalone faction. I think that'd be really nice. I mean, who knows? We may still see an Emperor's Children and a World Eaters Codex. I wouldn't rule it out. I may have to wait till, like, you know, late next year or something, but who knows? Who knows? I've got some faith, just because of how well dedicated codexes have done with Age of Sigmar, well, battle tomes as they're called, in Age of Sigmar. You know, the Maggot Kin, the Blades, the Head Knights, and the Arcanites or Disciples, whatever it is. What are they called? I've got the book somewhere. Alright, Disciples of Siege. That's the one. You know, there was a point very nearly that Mikey played Thousand Suns. I quite like this fur colour, so I think I'm going to do this on the wolf. I think this will complement nicely, a nice sort of warmish orangey brown. See, I think the Thousand Suns have, like, Scarab Occult Terminators, I think, are some of the most beautiful models in 40k. Like, their range is gorgeous. The Death Guard range is gorgeous. The new Chaos stuff is amazing. Just, I think the Demons could use a bit of an update in Chaos. So, something to bring them up. Fenris is a giant death snowball. Is there any much of Fenris left after the Wrath of Magnus? The wolves will have further camouflage. But Dr. Bacon, there are no wolves on Fenris. Besides, when a wolf's this big, what does it need a camouflage from? Those are the questions you gotta ask yourself. Because a wolf that's largeable to ride, that needs camouflage. But I want to ride what it's camouflaging itself from. But still, there are no wolves on Fenris, unfortunately. Just a lot of hairy people. It is getting quite chilly. I don't wear this hat outside very often because it's netted. So this is not my outside hat. It's my indoor hat, which I'm sure is hurting my mother deeply. She always told me not to wear a hat indoors. Appreciate it, aren't you? It's always good to hear from you. having fun with this colour. I don't use it very often. What's it called? XV88. Oh, God, I hate... GW paint naming conventions are... they're all over the place. So this is a very nice sort of browny, orangey sort of... what I'd describe as sort of like maybe like a golden crunch biscuit sort of colour, and call it XV88. Why not call it something sensible like golden crunch biscuit colour? If I ever make my own line of paints, I will call them equally ridiculous things, but they'll make sense to me at the time. Don't get me wrong though, the name of some of their paints is spot on, like Blood Angels Red, Space Wolves Grey. But they've only really done that with the contrast range. It's a bit of a shame. But at least you know what you're getting. Oh, the OG colours, the only two acceptable colours to paint the rims of your bases in. Paint your bases any other colour. I don't know what you're trying to prove. This gets a bit tricky. The only slight downside with this model is that the legs are moulded onto the mount. Oh, back in the day, yeah, you paint the entire thing goblin green, and then yeah, if you were fancy, you'd put some flock on. You know, if you were trying to impress the manager. Shite. Aye, none of that. Keep your scatter terrain and your basing materials. Just give me a goblin green and a bit of static grass that don't make sense. Back in the good old days where every army played on the same five-a-side field of AstroTurf. There's entire war zones. It's confusing and terrifying. Aye. So, what, if anything, are people working on at the moment with their own hobby and their own projects? What are you talking about, Dr. Bacon? Perfect sense. It was all, in their case, in the case of Necromunda, that was slime, not floor. They're all standing in a little puddle of slime. Black trimmers for hot pink slender shoulder pads. Oh! Noise Marines or just general Emperor's Children? I haven't painted under the influence, as it were, for a very long time. There is evidence of it on my Instagram. So if you go on Murdering Miniatures on Instagram, it should be on like a saved story thing, where I just started having a bunch of shots and then seeing what I could paint on a Marine. It's awful. I wouldn't mind giving a go of the that commemorative Noise Marine that they did a little while ago. I think that'd be a lot of fun to paint. Do they still? Can you still get your hands on it, or am I going to have to go on the scalp market for that? Yeah, I'll find out. See, I might not be a big fan of glam rock, but the colours are gorgeous. I ended up having to show Jules how to paint leopard print, and I cannot remember how I did it now. But I think he took the idea on board. Ah, brilliant. The special noise marine list is in stock. Get in. Right, I might have to pick that up in the new year. Fun little paint project to myself. On a working speaker? That's amazing. I love eBay Miniatures Rescue. I can never find like good bargains like people can on eBay. Like, I can tend to find a pretty good deal on stuff like new, but obviously with it being new and GW still, it's like still fairly pricey. But I know some people. Jules is a wizard on the Facebook Marketplace, and so is Adam Cleary. Pair of them, they can just find any. They absolutely clear house on job lots of stuff whenever they seem to need it. Don't know how. Must be a knack to it. Then again, I don't have Facebook, so that's probably why. But eBay and stuff like that, I'm not good with it either. So, who knows? Who knows? This has been a lot of fun to paint. I'm looking forward to getting this done over the next couple of sessions. Yeah, it'd be nice this. I think this is going to turn out nice. I think Jules is going to like this. Cheese and onion rolls, that's a good choice. You just reminded me that Christmas is coming, which means hopefully I can get my greasy mitts on a Greg's festive bake. My favourite part of Christmas. The festive bakes. because don't let the accent fool you. I might be one of the worst Geordies you'll ever meet. I fucking love Greg's. You know what I'm quite proud of this painting session is that I've used a very big brush and I have managed to not overspill as much, or at least not in the places I was expecting to. This is good. No. Mikey, you better be shaving your ass. No, I've not seen your clippers. You absolute weapon. I don't know if Mikey's there, but he did mention he'd be streaming tonight after this stream. And I think he's going to be streaming UFC 4. So if you like your combat sports and you like to see a Cumbrian man shout and scream at a television, which is very entertaining. It's been a good bedrock of our friendship for many years, just watching him shout. Good. And where can they find you, Mikey? You can find Mikey at Fang and Bang on Twitch. Twitch.com, twitch.tv. That's the one. Aye, that's the one in the chat there. Twitch.tv/Fang and Bang. Have a lovely time. You should go see him, because he's had a hell of a week. I know he'd appreciate hearing from you all. Oh, mighty, that's okay. That's a lot of base coating right there. That's a lot of base coating. Fun though. Drinky. Oh, why, Ranchu? What kind of crazy day have you had? Tell us about it. Don't. Oh, yes, you do, apparently. Right, okay. This we're going to leave alone because it's coming away from the base again, and I'm not playing around with that. So we'll focus on this for now. Oh yeah, bugger. Right, what we'll do is, what have I got? Agrax, Rightland, Agrax, Rightland, Agrax. This hasn't been opened. Is there another Agrax that has been? No, okay. I haven't sorted through my paints in quite a while, so I don't know what's new, what's not, and I've just got this to hand, so we'll go with this. Got myself out of the car. Okay, pass the phone inside with a nightmare to sort out. That worked too. Was on shift a lady. Oof. That sounds very hectic. That's true. I'm not painting a cheese marine. Well, that's an idea now. Thinking about cheese marine now. I mean, would you take a normal marine, just drill a bunch of holes in it, paint it yellow, away you go? Something to think about. Brushy brush. Oh, hijacker. Just drill a bunch of holes into it, paint it yellow. Cheese. Right. get a few more bits and pieces done on the actual marine himself. Give it a good check. Oh, that's great news, Ranshu. And the day, Imperial Fist of so many success chapters because people hate paint in yellow. Aye, that's probably a fair assessment, like. I've become more tolerant of painting yellow as my time has gone on. Not my favourite, but everybody finds their own way of dealing with it. Aye, big congrats to Ranchu. Getting the keys to your first home. Yeah, but you got your first step there going. You know, you got the keys, so you know you can open the door to move your boxes of things in. this has been. So I'm just blocking in. That's what I did before. I should probably keep it right. I'll show you on one side. I shaded the bone colour of the helmet, and then I just started bringing it back up again. And what we'll do on some swims is add a little bit more white on the second pass, so it just all comes together a little bit more. What we'll do is, so get that, turn that, yeah, like that. Just going over the bits where the shade hasn't settled, because I quite like a nice sort of stark bone white to work up towards, rather than a dirtier bone. I feel would be a good look for this chap. I don't know if he's got a name. I have to ask Jules. But I like to name things. So if anyone's got a good name for him already, we'll see. It's been chilling, Dr. Bacon. Always a pleasure to see you, my man. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. Enjoy your cheese and onion rolls. Ooh, itchy, itchy, itchy. Tell you what, just to pop a bit of colour on here, we will do some metallics before we finish up. That way. Just so we've got something to contrast with the work that we've done. Because we've only got about 10 minutes left, and then it's Mikey's time to shine. So we'll do some nice, pick up some nice gold just on the Aquila here. Nice little cape medallions too. Oh yeah. Oh, I can snap a few pics and put them on Instagram. Yeah. I always had it in my head that I need to post like finished stuff, but if people want to see some work in progress shots, I can post them up on Instagram, and you can find me at Murder in Miniatures. If you're already following me, that's lovely. Thank you very much. If you're not already following me, please do. It'd be nice to, brighten up your feed with some lovely painted models. Oh. Okay, so a couple more little gold bits to do. We'll see how much time we've got to see if we can get some silver put in as well. There we go. Oh, this is going to be a bit of a... Oh, hell. Splashed some gold on his thumb. Brilliant. Yeah, well. We'll go back and we'll repaint that. It'll be fine. Okay. Oh, I'm glad. Like it's great fun to have the D&D back going again. I've got some quick prep to do for Sunday. It's always an enjoyable time getting these things sorted. So. Quick thing of silver in a few places. We'll call it there. So where we're going to put the silver on this chap. Hello, Zoe Unicorn. That's not Zozo, is it? Zozo's Bizarre Adventure. Whee! It's everyone's favourite Zozo. Thank you for stopping in. What's your question, Ranchu? I've not seen a question pop up. Okay, I've been spinning a big snowman lie to you all. Mikey's going to be streaming tomorrow morning. / afternoon. He's tired. Fairness, it has been a long day for him. Good lad, he's putting the bang back in Fang and or Bang. Oh, damn time. About dang time. Right. He's going to say 12 till 2. He's going to say 12 till 2. 12 till 2. So, I think we shall leave it there for now. Do a quick little brush wash. You had big Jimmy Graham, did you? So, clean off the brush. That's what we'll do. Show off what we've done here.
Oh, it's
Okay.
Big Jimmy.
Oh, it's Big Jimmy.
Big Jimmy Graham.
Big Jimmy Graham. I'm still on stream, you know.
Oh, it's alright. Hello.
Yeah, yes, go on. Up it.
What have you been playing anyway?
Right, Jules's.
Oh,
Well
that's
played.
what it was. Like, I didn't know exactly what
Yeah.
it was, because obviously you printed a lot lately.
Oh god, yeah. So show it off to the people at home.
Show the beautiful people at home.
Show the beautiful people the beautiful model.
Alright, see you in a bit, mate.
In a bit. So there we go. That's what we've got. Finished it. Did a little bit on the helmet there. So we'll do some more of that. Really make it pop out, stand out. And we got some base coat on the wolf colours. And that's what we've got so far. And that's been lovely. I've had a great time. I hope you all had a good time as well. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining. And if I don't see you beforehand, I'll see you guys on Sunday for D&D with myself, Mikey, Jules, and Mr. John Robertson from The Dark Room. And we'll all have a lovely time sailing the high seas of adventure. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Goodbye. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.